Knon 89.3 FM in Dallas and Fort Worth, the voice of the people.
Business owners, tell KNON's listeners about your business. You can put your business or event on KNON. KNON currently has space available to run announcements for you. Tell KNON's listeners about your goods, services, nightclub, concert, or event. Help keep the voice of the people on the air while putting your information on the air. KNON's been named the #1 radio station in Dallas by both the Dallas Observer and D Magazine. Put your business with Dallas's #1 station. Call now for more information at 214-828-9500, extension 227, or extension 233. For more information, go to knon.org and click on the Run Spots on KNON page. It's a great way for your business to support community radio while letting more people know about you.
We'd like to say good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. This is Church Information and Open Forum. I'm Marion Barnett, your host. We each and every Saturday morning from 7 to 9 a.m. right here on Knon 89.3 FM, the voice of the people. Well, we got a lot of things to talk about, a lot of things going on this morning. And right now, we're going to be giving our own thank you to those of you who supported me in the time in the death of my mother. So God bless all of you, and God thank you for your support, your words of kindness, your scriptures, your cards, everything that was given to me. I thank you. But also, we have to turn around and thank a young lady this morning. We will hopefully hear from Dallas School Board Trustee, Miss Carla Ranger. We're going to give a special thanks to one of our listeners and a community worker for her mother passed, and this is a great lady. And we'll be doing that in just a moment. But right now, we'd like to bid to you that this is our pledge drive. This is our winter pledge drive. And we need you to call us right now. 972-647-1893, 972-647-1893 with your tax-deductible pledge. We need it. We need to raise a certain amount of money, and we have got to raise it. So if you would give us a call, 972-647-1893. Also, we got a lot of things we're going to talk about this morning, a lot of things we're going to speak on. And you can call us on that also, as always. We love audience participation. And but we do need to raise some money. And that number to call is 972-647-1893. We have some of the regular perks. We have some 30-year items that they won't ever give away again. But we do have our regular perks at Knon folding chairs, folding headphones. We have the barbecue apron, the ball cap. We have the lunch koozie, 6-pack cooler, Knon poncho. We have the Ray-Ban style sunglasses. So many things there in the storage bin there in the office. So you can have all of this. You can have any of it that you want. We do need some pledges coming in. 972-647-1893. The faster you pledge, the faster you make your pledge, we can get into some talk this morning. We're going to get into some talk this morning. And we need the phones to light up. Yeah, come on, light the phones up and make your tax-deductible pledge. All right, the Knon ball cap. I know you like that. The Knon Big Thunder tote bag. And, the Anniversary Blend coffee, 8-ounce bag. Now, I know you want that coffee. That coffee is some good coffee. I don't know where they get this coffee from, but this Knon coffee is out of sight. It's great. It's great. It's great. So give me a call, 972-647-1893. All righty. I've been observing things closely, and I want somebody to call and tell me, Justin Bieber, have they called him a thug yet? Have any of these national white announcers or announcers you heard, have any of them called him a thug yet? if you look up the dictionary's definition of thuggery, thug, he fits the profile. But the young man that plays with the Seattle Seahawks didn't. But in one day across the country, people who charged this, in one day, the day after it, he was called a thug 600 times. Let me ask you, is the third, that word thug, is that the new name for nigger? Is that name only pledged to blacks? Is that names only put on blacks? I wonder about this. You call me, 972-647-1893. I wonder, why isn't Justin Bieber being called that? Why isn't he's not even given negative press? Everybody talking about the Bieb and everything. What if there's been one of the black rappers doing all of this? Yeah, not only in California, but in Florida, across the nation. Everybody's seemed to be a big joke. And this boy might be going to hell in a handbasket, but he's never been reported in a negative light. I haven't heard it. I've watched it. I listened close. Has he been called a thug? Could he have gotten this in positive press? Had he been an African-American youth? I know he's made a lot of money. I know he's gotten popular. I also know that who made him was an African-American by the name of Usher. That's who discovered him and put him up there. But still, why isn't Justin Bieber being called a thug? Is that name only for African Americans? Is that the new word for nigger? I'm wondering. Now, here these guys, they talked about the player, the cornerback for the Seattle Seahawks. Called him a thug. Called him ignorant. All nasty words. This man has a 4.2 grade average from Stanford University. A Stanford grad. A scholar. Getting caught up in the moment. He had made a phenomenal play that very few people could make to jump that high and knock that ball away from a young man from Dallas Carter. Say good morning to him. He's from Dallas Carter. I saw him, been knowing him since he was a kid in high school. He was a quarterback at Carter. And there we see that this man has been just so demonized. Was it because they think he's scared of white woman on TV? I don't know. But why would you label him a thug? You want all of this viciousness and roughness in football. That's what we love. We love to see them out there almost break their necks and doing everything. And when one shows it, all of a sudden, this African-American male is a thug. I wonder about that. 972-647-1893 is the number to call. 972-647-1893. All right, let's go to line 3 and say good morning to Stella. All righty? Good morning, Stella.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm fine. But actually, I wanted to speak to you off the air.
You wanted to speak to me off the air?
Yes, sir.
I tell you what, call me. No, I tell you what, just put her on hold, and in the break, I'll talk to you.
Thank you.
It's going to be about, I say about 8 minutes before we take a break, and I'll talk to you on the break. All right, 972-647-1893 is the number to call. 972-647-1893 is the number to call. I got some pledges here. Got some pledges. Y'all lighten the line up, but we need for you to call in for some money too, as well as talk. You can do them both, and you can do one or the other. But I need some money raised today. 972-647-1893. 972-647-1893. All right, let's go to line 4 and say good morning to Esquire. All righty. Good morning, Esquire.
Morning, Rev Barnett.
Fine. How are you this morning?
I'm doing fine. Sorry to hear about your loss.
Oh, Lord bless you. Thank you.
Rev Barnett, I'm really disturbed about how they talk to our president. That's what I'm disturbed about.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a shame how they talk to him, and not only when they started, it's still going on.
Well, that's just, hey, he was black when he started, he's still black now. So what's the deal? you thought they were going to stop? Did we lose him? Oh, I'm sorry. Esquire, if you can get back in, call me. We have a new operator up there that my producer is training an operator, and somehow we lost your call. Please call me back. 972-647-1893. All right, y'all, bring me up line one. Let's say good morning to John. All righty? All right.
Good morning.
Good morning, John.
I listen to your station all the time on all different genres of music.
Mm-hmm.
I grew up in New York,
Mm-hmm.
in white neighborhood,
Mm-hmm.
and we've been calling white guys thugs all my life.
I don't hear it on the media anymore.
Well, the media is is poison.
Well,
And
you're right about that, John.
I think that they cause more trouble than trying to help bring people together.
Well,
And it's just, I just turned it off.
yeah. Now, do you think if Justin Bieber was a black man, that he would be called a thug?
No, I think he's a wiener no matter what.
Yeah, well.
You see, a thug to me is maybe, the connotation was maybe somebody that was real bad or just kind of a tough guy.
Well, I don't see drinking and doing a lot of things like that. You might can call that tough, but I call that thuggery.
No. Justin Bieber is Justin Bieber ought to be in jail.
Right.
Absolutely.
Because I know if he was one of those young black rappers, he would be in jail, under the jail, doing what he's doing. Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
All righty then. Thank you.
I just hope we're not inventing new words.
Okay.
All
right.
I've been around that one a long time. Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you. Dick, listen to line 972-647-1893. Let's go to Connie on line 2. Ready? Good morning, Connie.
Good morning.
How are you this morning?
I'm blessed.
Yes.
What I'm complaining about, I think he should be called as a thug because when he started at the age of 16, he was a good kid. But then when he got older, he started doing more things that he should be punished for. All that driving, high speed and driving, no tickets. He just kept getting away with stuff, and they look at him that he's a king, and he should be punished for the thing what he does. Not only that, you look at Josh, the football player, he was a DWI, but we had a 16-year-old out there on the street, killed 4 people, but he didn't get punished.
Yeah.
And
so do you think the football player should be called a thug because he made a statement about the young man from Dallas? And do you think he should be called? He didn't call him out his name. He didn't curse. It was,
I don't think no one should be called as a thug because as you look at it, a thug is a sign of a black nigger. And
you think that's what the word has become now?
Yeah, that's what they put us, instead of using the word nigger because they know it's against the law, so they use it as a thug to make it look like the niggers are still doing the same thing as in what they would look at us like.
Mm-hmm. All right. Thank you for your observation. All righty. Thank you for calling. 972-647-1893. 972-647-1893. Let's go to line 4 and say good morning to Reggie. All righty. Good morning, Reggie.
Yes, good morning, Reverend.
Fine. How are you this morning?
I'm doing fine.
Great.
Yeah, I just wanted to add a little bit on the on what you're speaking about. Justin Bieber is just a young man who's dealing with an identity crisis, and I just think that he's he's been in the limelight being a teenager and everything. Now he's just making young, rich kid mistakes. This is a guy who probably thinks street cred is a discount you get at a thrift store or something like that right about now. And, just trying to act, acting like a thug or try to act out like one. Mm-hmm. It's a lot of influences, like the movie generation, doing that Fast and Furious type of thing, mm-hmm. Wilding out and driving fast and just doing reckless things. It's just someone's going to have to just take them under their wing and guide them in the right direction before he winds up being a statistic.
Answer this, then. Had this been one of the young black rappers doing the same thing, do you think he would have been called a thug?
Oh, absolutely. If he was young and black, yeah, they'd have been called him all that. Thuggery is such a connotation now, and it's like what Richard Sherman said, that's the code word for saying nigger now. Mm-hmm. And that's just kind of how it's being treated. Like in my instance, I was basically portrayed that way and was wrongfully accused of crimes just because people wanted to put a bad label on you and brand you, and then next thing you know, you're in trouble facing the law and everything. And I was wrongfully accused twice by the justice system, and now I'm suing them for defamation of character, because now that thug label, when you try to go look for a job, mm-hmm. you can't get a job and everything because they look at your application. They look at your background, and they see you've been arrested, and even though you have not been convicted, it's just showing on your record that this is what's been going on, so people don't want to hire you.
In other words, they will not hire you because of an arrest?
Right.
Not a conviction. It doesn't
not a conviction, just arrest.
Just an arrest.
That's the new way that they call themselves weeding out the undesirables now in today's society. And one of the things they also do downtown is when they get you down there, and they'll threaten you with many years in jail, and then if you take this plea bargain just to pass their conviction and arrest rate up, take the plea bargain, you get to go home. But then you're on probation, and then you got to answer to these people, answer to these people, and you're still not going to be able to maintain. And
then they're gonna make sure you don't get a decent job the rest of your life. Thank you for your call. I'm up against a short break. Thank you. And you can call us at 972-647-1893. 972-647-1893. We'd like to thank you. We need your tax-deductible pledges. We need the pledges coming in. 972-647-1893. We'll be right back. All right, we're back on Church Information and Open Forum. I'm Marion Barnett, your host. 972-647-1893 is the number to call with your tax-deductible pledges, and call to get in to talk to me also. 972-647-1893. All righty, bring on Esquire on line 1. All righty, try to get him back in. Esquire. Is Esquire there?
Here?
Yeah, okay. Hey, all righty, Esquire.
Okay. I'm sorry. I don't know what happened.
Oh, okay.
Well, I was just making a statement about our president. What I really called to tell you, unfortunately, I didn't get to make my pledge last time.
Okay.
So I'm going to send it in. I'm use the same card. You don't have to mail me anything. I'm just going to send it in Monday.
All righty. Did they take it down? They need to take it down.
No, not this time.
If they can take, I'll put you back on. Let them take it down, so so we can record it. Okay.
Okay.
All righty.
Have a nice day.
All right. Take Esquire's pledge on line 1, 972-647-1893. Where am I? All of them showing green, everything. Okay, y'all be patient. Y'all calling because they're doing 2 or 3 different things right here, and all the lines are full, and we're expecting a call. Was that Brenda? Okay, we're expecting a call. David on too? All right, bring David on. All right. Good morning, David.
How you doing?
Fine. How are you this morning?
I'm doing pretty good.
Yes. All right, go right ahead.
I'm just about Justin Bieber. Well, they call everybody thugs and that. The kid needs to be put in jail, taught a lesson. It doesn't matter who it is. And I just heard a caller a while ago talking about the thug word with the N behind it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why people use the N word in everything. A thug is a thug. It has nothing to do with the N word. I don't know why they bring that up.
That's the way it should be, but it seems as if only African Americans are called thugs now. No matter what a white person do, they're never called a thug. African Americans are called a thug. So have that replaced the word nigger. Have that replaced it, and maybe that's a new word, or what is it?
I don't know, but I'm an older person, and I never use that word because that's not the good word.
Very good.
But
good. Mm-hmm.
But the N word is not. You can't put that towards everything.
No, we don't put it toward everything. Definitely not. But there are some ways. There are dog whistles that are going on out there. You would admit, right?
Yes, there is.
Mm-hmm. And there are those who've been known to use dog whistles all over the world for many years. You say you've been around for a while. You know those dog whistles go out, and I really believe, I'll be honest about it, I really believe that word thug is a dog whistle. All righty.
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All righty.
All right, thank you. Good talking to you.
All right, good talking to you. All right, 972-647-1893, 972-647-1893. We are trying to, it's a special call we're getting. Those who've got line, just hang on. Please just hang on. We are trying to get a special call in. 972-647-1893. All right. Okay, who's next? Who do we have on there? And no call. We got all of this is they calling in money. Great, wonderful. I love it. I got my lines jammed with money. Okay, and you can call in and pledge us some money. 972-647-1893. Because everybody knows. I have the greatest audience there is on this particular show. I have a great audience. Y'all are some of the thought-provoking, nicest people there is that listens to this show. And I tell you what, if I was wanted to get my business out there, this would be a time to get underwriting at Knon. I was talking with the manager and I. We met yesterday for a long time, and we talked, and Knon has some phenomenal ratings, whether you all know it or not. And you're talking about getting money for your business and to promote your business. This is the least expensive way that I've ever heard of, with the kind of ratings we have, that you would get this type of advertising for this price. There's no way you can get a price like this. There's no way you can get a advertising for a price. So if you're in business, I would suggest you advertise on KNON. They call it underwriting, but they can get your business out there. They can get it out there. So give them a call, 972-647-1893, 972-647-1893. Alrighty, bring me online to bring me Brenda on. Alrighty. Brenda, good morning.
Good Good morning, Rev Barnett, and good morning to your listening audience.
For those who don't know, I figure most everyone would. This is Miss Brenda Fields. And she's been a long-time caller, a long-time listener, a long-time supporter of our community. And Miss Brenda has lost a great lady in her life, her mother. Brenda, we are so saddened to hear that. And we want to wish you well.
Thank you very much.
Could you tell us about your mother? Because I know your daddy was a popular coach here in the Dallas Independent School District. Did your mother work with him? How did she work with your father?
Oh, yeah. But no, as far as employment, you mean? Did she work with my father?
No, just, support him.
Yes. Yes, indeed. You know, my mother's been a supporter of education from day one. Mm-hmm. And my mother's a native Dallasite.
Oh, she is?
She was, my mother in 2 months would have been 90 years old. So we are so blessed. We're going to miss her, but this is a celebration. It's a homegoing. Mm-hmm. And she's at rest,
That's
she's
wonderful.
at peace. But my mother, she's a graduate of Dallas Independent Schools District, mm-hmm. and she was a graduate of Booker T. Washington High School.
Oh, okay.
In the class of May 1941.
1941.
Exactly.
Oh, wow,
exactly.
that's a long time
yes,
ago.
Like I said, she's
oh,
almost
my God.
90.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Uh-huh.
But, as I said, my parents always stressed education, mm-hmm. and that's why I am so passionate about it, because I know it's the salvation for black folk.
You're right about that, Brenda.
Yeah.
Because you work so hard in education.
Right. My mother was always involved in PTA ever since. That's why I'm just, know that, you got to have that parental involvement with the schools, because they got to work together. Mm-hmm. And she was a supporter of PTA from the time I was in J.W. Ray all the way through Booker T. Washington High School. She was all.
Oh, man. Brenda, please call back. We got knocked off the line again. 972-647-1893. 972-647-1893 is the number to call. Brenda, please call us back. It was just an error. You got knocked off the line. And those of you who want to call me, 972-647-1893, 972-647-1893 is the number to call. Give us a call, 972-647-1893. Right, and we want to try to get Brenda back on, because this is a day. Is she there? Okay. Hello. Hello,
yes.
Brenda. I'm sorry. It was an error. You got knocked off. You were talking about how your mother worked with the PTA. And
right. As I said, she was an officer in PTA starting when I was, like I said, J.W. Ray, all the way through Booker T. And also she participated in the state PTA back then. Of course, it was the Colored Parent Teachers Association. Mm-hmm. And even when my sister came along, she's about 8 years younger than myself. And, of course, my mother was right there, PTA, KB Polk. And, so she was just very involved in our lives.
Very active. Huh?
Yeah, very much so. She's a mother of her church, Greater Golden Gate Baptist Church. She's a charter member there.
Was that Reverend Jacko?
That's Reverend Fabian Jacko, yes.
Yeah. And she was the church mother over there.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Well, the funeral is this morning?
It's today, starting at 11, but she'll lie in state starting at 10 this morning, from 10 to 11.
Okay.
And the address there is 9333 Ferguson Road, and that's Dallas 75228.
Oh, okay.
And the interment is at Carver Memorial Park.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All righty. Well, Brenda, we wish you the best. Tell everyone who your father was also.
My father was Coach Robert Elbert Fields.
Coach Fields. All right. Yeah.
Booker T. He was also on the first faculty when Lincoln High School opened, and he was working at Booker T. And then they sent him over to Lincoln when Lincoln first opened, but they brought him right back to Booker T. And in fact, he hired Raymond Holly. So many people.
Is that right?
That's right.
The legendary coach Raymond Holly.
That's correct. That's correct.
And that's who hired him.
Yes, my father. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. You have a legacy. In this town.
I do. And I'm very appreciative of the many supporters that I have. People I've been getting calls from all over, the city, and of course out of the state too.
Yeah.
So I'm very supportive. But we.
The Lord is with you, though.
Oh no, there's no doubt, no doubt,
yes,
no doubt.
He's with you. He's with you all the way.
Right.
And we're with you in anything that I can do for you. Just let me know.
And by the way, I just learned just yesterday that you had lost your mother.
Yes.
And my sympathies go out to you. So, Rev Barnett, we moved to a different club now. I told my sister, I said, now, this is going to be a little different here. I said, a lot of times people say, oh, I sympathize with you. I understand, but you don't understand until you walk in those moccasins,
Yes, right.
Yeah, so I told her we did. That's why I told Zan Holmes when he called me. I said, Zan, well, we had to move to another club. But, but I trust in God, and, we all got to travel that road one day, So I just hope and pray to God that I will see her again.
All right. You will, Brenda. You will.
Thank you so much.
All right. Lord bless you now.
Thank you.
And we're praying for you and your family.
Thank you very much.
All righty. That was Miss Brenda Fields, a longtime listener, caller, and activist in our community. And we wish her well. But you can call me at 972-647-1893, 972-647-1893 with your tax-deductible pledges, and you can call and talk. We're talking about betrayal of the African-American male, and especially African-American people, period. Why are we always shown in such a negative light? Whites can do things, and they're heroes. Blacks, they're thugs. Want to know? 972-647-1893 is the number to call. 972-647-1893. But also, we need some pledges coming in. We need those pledges coming in. We got the jumbo 64-inch windproof umbrella. We have the Knon pullover hoodie. Yeah, that's beautiful. Knon concert folding chairs. We got the retro balling shirt all the way to triple X. We have the Dickies short sleeve work shirt all the way to 4XL. We just got just a ton of things that you can get if you make these pledges to KNON, if you make your pledges. But we want you to pledge because you appreciate the program, appreciate the show. And 972-647-1893 is the number to call. 972-647-1893 is the number to call. We need you calling. 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 972-647-1893. 972-647-1893 is the number to call. Now, these are some of the things that this is the 30-year anniversary from 1983 to 2003. 30 years have passed, and your choice of black and white T-shirts with the 30-year anniversary on it. This is designed with the design in front. Go all the way to 5XL. Now, this will never be given away again. That will never be given away again. Get that particular shirt. All right, then the latest super soft jersey shirt, sleeves, heather purple with the black 30-year anniversary design in front. All righty. For a $50 pledge, you can get that particular shirt. For a $90 pledge, you can get two of them on both of these. On the new 12-ounce Spooner coffee mug. In black, which is stirring spoon, and the Knon logo. For a $50 pledge, you get the coffee mug, a Knon coffee mug. All righty. Knon 30th anniversary house blend coffee. Oh, Lord, you can get some of this good coffee. You can get your bag for $30. Get your 2 bags for $50. This is the finest coffee you ever want to drink. Now, I see here, they got it on here. This is a Knon by gratefulbeans.com. I guess this they grow this coffee in Denton, I guess. Right? They roasted in Denton? Oh, they do a tremendous job. That is some good coffee. Oh, now I'm a coffee drinker. That is good coffee. And we need those pledges coming in. 972-647-1893. All right, 972-647-1893. I tell you what, we're up against a short break, and we'll take your calls when we come back. So give us a call, 972-647-1893. All right, we're back on Church Information and Open Forum. I'm Marion Barnett, your host. 972-647 is the number to call. With your tax-deductible pledge, 972-647-1893 is the number to call. All right, let's go to line 4 and say good morning to Ray. All right, good morning, Ray.
It's Roy.
Oh, is it Roy? I'm sorry. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Hey, how you doing? Hey, I just wanted to comment on that why African Americans are portrayed in a in a negative way, in a stereotypical way, and I think it's got a lot to do with the seed that's implanted on the youngsters. You know, they when they do have when they do get a chance to shine, they not all of them. There's a lot of good African Americans, but a good percentage of them end up blowing what they have, whether it's a superstar status, as a sports entertainer, or even as a multimillionaire entertainer. A lot of times they get negative stereotype. You understand me?
I hear what you're saying, but now, do whites do the same thing?
Well, I think whites carry themselves in a different way in front of the audience, in front of the people.
Wait a minute now. Remember, if you get a report on an African American, even if they're supposed to be supporting something good, they will look and try to find something negative. Are you driving?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah. Can you let your window up? Yeah, man. Woo.
Yeah. Oh no. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, that's a whole lot better. Good.
Okay.
Now, whites have the same things going on with them. You never hear about them till they OD in a lot of cases. But some of the some of the athletes that you hear and think they're great, they have drug problems. I'm talking about whites now.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Movie stars, they have drug problems. They have every kind of problems that you can think of. But the media don't go and report on them like they do if it was a black person.
Yeah, I mean, that might...
See, my beef is not really with Justin Bieber. It's with the media, the way they portray African Americans versus the way they portray whites. Whites are just as bad or even worse in many cases.
I think it's the way they act and react towards the camera that makes it, more not enjoyable, but you got a story to tell now. You know what I mean? Because just like, for instance, there's a radio station on the FM dial, on the other end of the dial, and it's called the Mad Minute. And you got young people and old people, African Americans, that act the same way. I'll kick your beep beep beep. You know what I mean? And I think that's why the media pulls more towards the African American than the white.
Okay, what about those whites that are on what's the name of this show? What are these guys? I think they're going after what?
The Bachelor?
No, they have, and they're real popular.
The Jersey Shore?
No, what's the ones who? No, they're a bunch of hillbillies down in Louisiana somewhere.
Oh, yeah. The Duck Dynasty.
Duck Dynasty and all the way all of those hillbillies, everything that they do, they talk, they curse, they do everything, but they're not portrayed in a negative light.
I don't know. I have to differ with you on that one. I mean, by the way, it blew up.
Why are they the most popular show? Why are they the most popular show on cable?
You know why? Because because the way they act and react. You know, people really think that. I guess they do. I mean, I don't know, but I guess there are people that live that way.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Now,
I've never seen the show, but I know what you're talking about. I know exactly. I mean, I've seen it on the previews and stuff, but it doesn't catch my attention.
Well, you don't hear a bunch of negative press on them, do you?
Well,
no, you don't hear a bunch of negative press.
They do their show when they said something about gays. Their ratings dropped.
Well, I don't know about that.
They're not the most popular show no more.
But they not only talked about gays on there, they taled about blacks.
Oh, did they? Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I just heard that.
Well, the media didn't tell you that.
Yeah.
You'd have to hear it for yourself. I'm saying the way African Americans are portrayed is always in a negative light compared to how whites are portrayed. And sometimes African Americans eat that same mess up, not realizing that they're stigmatizing our race. They are.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Are you a white or Hispanic brother or black?
No, I'm a Hispanic.
Well,
I'm a Hispanic.
Don't worry.
Yeah.
They try to do you the same way.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
They try to do you the same way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I just think the change needs to start from the house. You know, everything.
But whose house? I think it needs to start in the house where the media is raised.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
You need to start there also.
Well, you know, the media is just there to sell stories. They don't even tell the truth.
Yeah.
They don't even tell the truth. They just tell you a story just so you can watch it. You know, I mean, there was explosions over there, and they showed a little girl all burnt up, and said it was a gas company, and that little girl wasn't even in an explosion. You know what I mean? It's crazy. I mean, they're just there to sell a story.
Okay.
You know, I think, the media has no values, no morals. They're definitely negative, and everything they do is negativity. And only whenever they do something, you know, whenever they do report something good, it's because everybody's reporting it. You know, not just one media is going to report something good. Everybody's going to everybody's reporting it. You know what I mean?
Okay. All right. Thank you, Ray.
All right.
Thank you for your call. All right. 972-647-1893. 972-647-1893. We need to raise some money. 972-647-1893. 972-647-1893. We have so many perks. But at the same time, I don't do a lot of perk pushing. And you get them when you give you money. You can get anything that they have, and they got a whole lot of stuff to give you. But I want you to listen to the show. I want you to like the show, and I want you to call the show. And if you don't like the show and disagree with me, you can always still call. I love to have you disagree with me. I just love it. 972-647-1893. 972-647-1893 is the number to call. 972-647-1893. Light those lines up. All righty, light the lines up. 972-647-1893. 972-647-1893. All right, light the lines up, light the lines up. All righty. We need that. We want to make this a real short pledge drive this particular time around. And it all depends on those who make those pledges. Those who you call your pledge in, and make sure, we always want to make sure you pay the pledge, and we want you to enjoy Knon. This is the most unique radio station in the nation. There aren't many Knons anywhere in the nation that the community get a chance to really voice their message. Our calls, we do not screen the calls. I take who's on the line. All we ask is your name, and I take you and give you an opportunity to voice your opinion, give you an opportunity to expose something that's going on around you in your community or wherever. It's open. The lines are open for you. And you always have access to the public airways because we're here on KNON. So 972-647-1893 is that number to call. 972-647-1893. We want to keep that out there. We want to keep it on your mind because there are those of you who are listening. You're going to want to talk. You're going to have some topics. You're going to have some things that you would love to discuss. We'd love to be here with you, allow you to put that out there and discuss it. So we're asking you to make your call. 972-647-1893 is that number to call. 972-647-1893. And those of you who pledge to us, we're going to appreciate your pledge. We call you out on there and thank you for your pledge. 972-647-1893. All right, let's bring on Rev Wright. We'll bring him on. All righty. Good morning, Ron.
Good morning, Pastor. How you doing this morning?
Fine. You doing all right, preacher?
I'm doing absolutely wonderful. I pray again. I'd like to express our condolences to you and our mother who passed on last week, and then our hearts and prayers go out to you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Ron. Thank you.
Got an interesting show with Pastor. A lot of people go to this. I was listening to some of your callers, and sometimes, you know, the word is when we make our bed hard, we lay in it. Now, if we look back at now, them saying that the boy Sherman was a thug was definitely out of line, but who promoted this thug thing? These African-American rappers did. They went from, we know when me and you came up, the thugs, the quiet people on the street, because the real people would get dead on the thug. But we promoted this thing to where it's supposed to have been all of this, and so sometimes, you know, when we make our bed hard, we have to lay in it. Now, them and Sherman was a thug, was definitely out of character. The brother's too intelligent for that, and he let them know he was. And after they done the interview with him, the other brother lost his attitude because he lost the game. But let me tell you, on last Sunday, and he'll give you a prime example. They called me and said, Pastor, turn on the Grammys. And I don't know if you got a chance to see it or not. But show Jay-Z and Beyonce performance. Pastor, if you are an awesome singer and you're a great entertainer, what they called her, as a matter of fact, the newspaper and was blogging, and they called her the H word. They said she was a whore. My thing is, why, if you are a great entertainer like you are, you got to dress like you some prostitute when you perform. We don't want to see that on TV.
I didn't see it. How was she dressed?
She's dressed like a prostitute, like a whore. I'm just going to be real with you, Pastor.
Is that right?
And they do all that, and I'm saying to myself, what real man? And
was Jay-Z on there with her?
He was there with her. What real man would let his wife dress like that and perform like? I mean, if we want to see that, we could go to the topless bar. What real man would let his wife dress like that all the time, performing, and you call yourself a real man? But you know, it's part of that group, that dominant group that don't believe in God. They believe into the rich friends that they have. I know for a fact. Them white folks have told Beyonce, this is where we always want you to perform. That's how you're going to make your money. And with them, that's what it's about. Sad part about it is they have a great influence over all of our people, over all of our children.
Yeah, and they definitely have a great influence over our young ladies.
That's why girls walk around here in fake stuff, and these fake wigs and always dressing like they all prostitutes and things of that nature. And we sit back and don't say a word. And me and you both know, and we've said it, Eli Wilson said it, silence doesn't help the oppressed, it helps the oppressor. And so when we sit back and don't say a word and allow this stuff, and when I say we, I mean men of God like me and you, that are pastors, and don't say nothing, and don't tell our kids, don't dress like that. You don't have to dress like that. Pastor, she performed and looked like she was at a topless bar.
I was listening to some of the other radio shows I listened to in the morning. I listened to Tom Joyner and some of the rest of them sometime. And the stuff they were talking about how great a performance it was. I didn't see it. I thought she gave some type of great performance. I didn't realize she gave a burlesque show, you know. Was that what?
Man, baby girl, why you got to keep dressing like this? I mean, if I want to see this, I can go to a topless club or go to go watch porn or something. You know, we had one entertainer back in the day that would pretty much act like that, and that was Tina Turner. You know what the relationship was with her, right? But all of the other great performers, the Lena Horne and the Dionne Warwick,
there's more dignity and class than that.
Dignity and say, why you feel like you just everything has got to be about you shaking your behind and all. Baby, if you a performer. But he was standing there with it. But their thing, Pastor, is just their balcony group. They don't believe in God or nothing like that. They don't care about no God. It's about money with them. And they figure they making all the money. They can care less what anybody think about it. But at the end of the day, it's still coming back to bite them right in their behind.
All right. Yeah, because one thing about it, she will not be young forever. And then our children have to look back on her. Boy, okay, I got the drift, man. We have to bring you on and you talk about this, okay?
We're going to do it. All right, love you, and I'll be in touch with you this week.
Okay, sure thing. All right.
All right.
972-647-1893 is the number to call. Let's go to Otis. Got 3 minutes? Let's give 3 minutes to Otis. Let's just even get him in. All right, Otis? Hello?
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you, Otis.
Yeah, this is my first call, but I've been listening to KNON. Matter of fact, me and some preacher used to have a radio station called Reviving the Land many years ago when they was over on Central Center. Okay, but I know I hear callers comment on the media, and they do be negative toward, unfair advice on media coverage. Because when you look at Michael Vick, every time he come on, they got to mention something about the dog fighting situation.
Right.
But then look at Big Ben, and I'm a Pittsburgh fan. They don't never mention, women he don't rape.
Yeah.
Never mention that.
Yeah. You've had women to come forth.
So it's in right, it's in the sport, and it's been in there. And all the time, they got to mention what the black. As a matter of fact, I be wondering what they got to do with sport anyway. Why do they even got to air folks dirty laundry while they telling them? Telecasting a football or a basketball game. Why do you got to do that in the first place?
Well,
anybody.
This is bigger than sports, Otis. It's bigger than sports. It's really identifying and, defining a whole ethnic group, a whole race of people. And by doing this, they always will... can make you be seen in a negative light, although you're successful. They didn't talk about the phenomenal play that this young man made there at the Seattle Seahawks. They didn't talk about any of those things. They didn't even. It had to be put up on the internet for people to even find out that this young man is a Stanford grad and with a 4.2 average, and all of these things. All the great work he do in his community. They didn't talk about him being probably the greatest cornerback in all of football. They didn't say, this thug came on there. No. These football players, have you ever played football?
Yeah. I mean, not on a professional level.
But have you ever played? Did you play high school or college?
And I love the sport,
It's a vicious sport, and it's a lot of talking. People don't realize those fellas be talking to each other out there on that field. Oh, yeah. And they be saying nasty things to each other out there while they're playing. But I tell you what, we'll talk about that when we come back. And those who are on the line, keep your call. And we'll be right back. We're going to get ready for our second segment. So call us because we need some money coming in. 972-647-1893. We'll be right back. All right, we're back on hour number 2 of Church Information and Open Forum. I'm Marion Barnett, your host. I live as producing. And again, young man, what's your name? Ken? All right, Ken is producing. So when you get knocked off there, it's Ken knocking you off. All right, but he'll get the hang of it in a minute. All right, and you can call us at 972-647-1893, 972-647-1893. Boy, I sure miss my coffee, man. Boy, I miss him. Hey, out there, Mr. Coffee. All right, Knon Coffee. But we're going back to our phone lines. Y'all hang on. But let me thank the people that's supporting this show. We thank you. We need some pledges coming in. We'd like to thank Mr. Escar Connors for his tax-deductible pledge. Mr. James Smith for his tax-deductible pledge. I'll always stand by Mr. Ike Steen for his tax-deductible pledge. Rev Ron Wright, thank you, sir, for your tax-deductible pledge. Mr. Oscar McCraney, another standby, another pillar for this show is Mr. Oscar McCraney. Thank you, sir, for your tax-deductible pledge. We need some pledges coming in. Thank you all. Thank you all. We also like to thank the concealed handgun company for their pledge. They always support my program. This is I'm trying to find their card for their pledge. They I can't find that card for the concealed handgun. They always buy advertisement on this station, and they pledge to my show. I'd like to thank them. I guess we played played one of their spots. Let's see. They on at 8:40. Yeah, they always support my show. And we like to thank them. I'm looking at I'm trying to remember their name. The Total Precision Shooting. They always pledge to this show. They always buy advertisement for my show, and they give that money to me. Total Precision Shooting, and we'd like to thank them. They are good donors to this station. They are a blessing to KNON. We'd like to thank Total Precision Shooting for supporting us. Also, I guess that's all I got, but I need y'all to call me some pledges in. 972-647-1893. 972-647-1893. All right, let's go to, where are we? Line 1. Let's talk to James. All righty, on line 1. All righty? Good morning, James.
Sir. Good morning, Rev Barnett. My condolences to you and the family.
Oh, thank you, James. Thank you. You know, we certainly appreciate that. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Mm-hmm. I'm going to say 2 or 3 quick things, and then the last one I would like to get your opinion on. It's pertaining to the city government down here. But as far as those 2 professional football players, the other player did something negative, if you want to point at something negative that was done, because he responded his own way to the way that great play was made. But you don't call anybody name just because of that. That's just responses that's in sports. But the guy named Justin Bieber, he suffers that same thing that other guy that killed on 4 people and paralyzed that one. That affluence thing in their mind. He just figured he's rich and he can do what he wants.
Look, you've always had rich people, and these rich people don't go around killing folk.
Yeah,
that shows something else is wrong. It's not just money. It's a whole bunch of people have money, but they don't go around killing people. There's another flaw in there, and affluence is not it.
Yes, sir. On this other situation about the way Beyonce was dressed, there's a song a guy named Ed Stevens here in Palestine shared with me called Common Sense Ain't Common No More. And it talked about women dressing with their breasts showing, and they dress all these kind of ways and things like that. It was in the time of pull your pants up. That selection was out. I still have it, and maybe one of these times I'm up visiting your program, I'll bring it and we play a little bit of it. But something else that was concerning me is here in Palestine, we just hired a city manager. Now, she was hired, white female, was hired as an interim. But here's the deal. I'll ask you this. Now, I know y'all have some problem with A.C. Gonzalez being the city manager up there. There's a lot of comments about what he's doing and what's going on. Will he fit in and what he's going to do? But do your city manager have to reside within the city limits of Dallas? He can reside outside of it. If you don't have that information, no problem. The reason
that's a good question. I think they have to be within the city limits of Dallas. I'm not sure that. I'm not sure. But they seem like they would.
Yes, sir. Well, here in Palestine, the city charter states that they must reside within the city limits of Palestine. And this female that has applied for this position she lives outside of it. I mean, still she applied, and they hired her and now she wants to be at a recent council meeting. She asked to be annexed in, only her house be annexed in the area where she is and nothing else. And this, to me, is a violation because she violates the city charter, and she also wants special privileges to accommodate her hiring. And this should be a crime. What's your opinion on something of that nature?
Are there other homes around her house?
Yes, sir.
So what are they going to, how would they do it? They put a circle around her house, say you in Palestine, and everybody else is out? How would they do this?
That's the concern I have here. So if someone has an opinion, a legal opinion or something can help out, I appreciate it. And I thank you so much for your sacrifices. And I'm monitoring this with Mr. Isaac Wynn, and we're seeking some outside help with this because this is a grave concern, and they shouldn't be accommodating your employment applications for you to be able to get hired. You know, it's like asking the president ask somebody to change the Constitution so he can be president or something. The same type thing.
Yeah, well, now you need to, y'all need to find y'all lawyer. I'd suggest, who'd be a good lawyer like that who stands for the people, D. Marcus Ranger. You ever heard of Marcus Ranger? Call Ranger's husband. Y'all might would inquire him on something like this. But I would think the mayor would have to stay in town, and it's quite natural the council people have to live in town.
Yes,
and the city, y'all have a city manager form of government. You don't have a strong mayor form of government.
No, sir. We have a mayor form, but the city manager is
the one who runs the city. I would think that person would have to live in the city also. I'm not sure, but I would think so. Okay.
Yes, sir. Well, I may get to call you later or get some information from you later to look into this. I'm very concerned here about this.
Okay.
Yes,
all right.
Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you. 972-647-1893. We're in the midst of our pleasure drive. And y'all call us at 972-647-1893. Let's go to line 2 and say good morning to Imani. Already. Good morning, Imani.
Good morning, Pastor. How you doing?
Fine. You doing all right this morning?
Oh, man, it's a day. Thank you for you and Knon. First of all, thank God for waking up.
That's right. That's right. Start with where it really starts with. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I wanted. That's the first thing I think in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to just tell that brother, I heard him a few minutes ago. First of all, a lot of time we want to complain. We don't want to do any research.
Mm-hmm.
And the first thing, if I was him in Palestine, that's what I would go to. I would call the state government, his state representative, and ask them what is the Constitution on that. Because
now, James, this refer with James. James probably, as a good chance, he don't trust that state representative around there.
Well,
I'm not saying he wouldn't tell him the truth, but I would say he need to find somebody that's really gonna might already know and do the research and find out the truth about the situation and tell him, because sometimes you can have certain people in certain places that will throw you decoys every time. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, they have a constitution, and right now, everybody, I like to say this, and I'm gonna bring you a pledge up there this morning. But I want to say this: I'm going to school right now, Mountain View College.
Right.
They have a program for people over 65, and it's free.
Okay.
You can study. I'm studying state government right now.
Okay.
And it's a quiet, very quiet subject for our people, because I'm the only one in my class of about 30. And it's with the young people. It's a regular accredited hours.
Yeah.
And I want people out there to know, go to school just to continue with education. A lot of this stuff can be solved if you go back to the books and constitutions and study to show yourself improvement.
Now, Imani, what's the name of this class? Because I'm sure there are listeners out there that would love to attend this class.
Well, they call it continued education. I have one associate, but I'm going to get her two. I'm going to have 2 associates. They call it continued education. The federal government is paying for it through the Dallas community colleges. If you can take as many courses as you need, I only need about 12 more hours. But it's a good way for that brother there and a lot of our people. Our people are just perishing from the lack of knowledge, Reverend Barnett. That's what the problem is.
Mm-hmm.
We have a lot of complaints, but we don't want to get any knowledge, wisdom, and understanding.
Yeah. Now, if someone was to go out there to Mountain View, that's Illinois and West Keys out there.
Yes, sir. Remember they can go to El Centro, Eastfield.
El Centro, Eastfield, they offer this class?
The Dallas Community Colleges. It was set up by the Dr. Dwight Lassiter.
Okay.
So he left the chancellor. So the program's out here, and I suggest that it's good to call in and complain, but knowledge is power. Right. And we could do better on the knowledge front. Well, and one more thing, I'm going to let somebody else in. I'm going to come there and give something on our pledge. Mm-hmm. But remember this, Reverend Barnett. Well, it's time for us to stop begging and complaining, because we have already started something with economicblueprint.org. Mm-hmm. Economicblueprint.org, where we started our own banks. We're going to Tuskegee to buy land, and we've got to stop begging. We got to stop begging, and nobody respects us because we complain and beg. We need our own communication sources. Then we won't have to beg other people to report our news. So I'm going to say again, economicblueprint.org. Check that out. See what you think about it. And perhaps I'm going to bring some money, but I'll probably see you Sunday. I hadn't seen you in a while.
All right, come by and see me. But I definitely want the listeners. You believe that this course is also being offered down at El Centro?
All the Dallas Community Colleges.
All the schools will be offering.
Eastville, Mountain View, Cedar Valley, El Centro.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. We don't have no communication in our neighborhood. This is it's not well publicized because they, of course, the Hispanics are taking a lot of, they take mostly, my class is full of Hispanics. And I'm the only black. And they're not promoting in our communities because that's the worst thing they want to ever hear is a black man, a black person getting some knowledge. Because when we find out who we are, then of course our situation changes.
All right, I want you to keep this up, keep calling in about this, because I want people to go and take advantage of this particular course that's offered in our Dallas County community college system, because there are a lot of people that are over 65 that has a lot of time on their hand, and they looking for something to do. This is something. Go get you some information, get you some knowledge, and enroll in this course. And you got time to do a lot of work in our community that others who have to get up and go to work every day may not have time to do. So this is.
I'm not going to cut you off, but I want to. I got a delay here, but I want to let them know this is the first time in my life I ever sat at the front of the class. I have no other reasons. I don't have, I'm not out there for any other reason except the knowledge part of it. I'm not there to get a job, anything. And you know what? I want to challenge everybody who goes. I'm going to make an A. This is probably the first A I made. No, they ain't the first A, but I'm still on scholastic probation.
You're on scholastic, you're on school pro, huh?
Yeah, I've been on that since 1970. But I want to go back. This time I'm going to learn, and I suggest I'll call you later, and we'll maybe...
You're going to learn this time. Okay.
Not to play.
All right. Thank you, E-Money.
I'll call you later.
Okay,
Bye-bye.
Thank you. All right. 972-647-1893 is the number to call. 972-647-1893. Again, we need some pledges coming in. We need some pledges coming in. Let me thank again Mr. Oscar McCraney. Thank you, sir, for your tax-deductible pledge. Mr. Ike Steen, man, you're a pillar on this show. Thank you, sir, for your tax-deductible pledge. Thank you, Brother James Smith from down in Palestine. Thank you, sir, for your tax-deductible pledge. Thank you, Mr. Esquire Connors, a long-time listener. You can go back 20, 25 years or more here on Knon, Mr. Esquire Connors. Thank you for community leader, Reverend Ron Wright. And again, I'd like to thank Total Precision Shooting. Thank y'all. Y'all are a big supporter of Knon. You're a supporter of my show, but you're a big supporter. I mean, they pay big money. For my show, these are handgun licensing, total precision handgun licensing, what they are. So we want you to thank you. And we just want to thank all y'all for this particular show. All right, 972-647-1893 is the number to call. How much? Well, it's break time. Okay, y'all on the lines. Hang on the lines. I'll be back in just a few moments. All right, we're back on Church Information and Open Forum. I'm Marion Barnett, your host. 972-647-1893 is the number to call. All right, that's with that tax-deductible pledge and to talk to me. I love both of them. You have to have the money for me to talk to you. So it's just the way it is. I love talking to you, but the only way I can do it is we have to have some money coming in, because the feast is for laughter and wine make it merry. But money answers for all things. All right. Let's go to line 4 and say good morning to John. All righty. Good morning, John.
Good morning, sir.
Yes.
Pastor, I called a little while ago. I was driving down the road on the word thug and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
I was in the military, and after that construction, I worked in Washington, D.C. and Baltimore. And I'm married to a black woman.
Mm-hmm.
And we discuss this type of things. As far as this goes, though, I look at this, and I pulled up songs with the word thug in it. It's Thug Nigger, Tupac, Thug Mansion, Tupac, Slim Thug, Devin and the Dudes, and Dr. Dre, Why We Thugs, Ice Cube, Thug all over the world. And I kind of agree with the gentleman before who was talking about Beyonce dressing so provocative,
mm-hmm.
and whatnot. It's just, I mean, white kids idolize these guys. They make them millionaires.
Well, but does that make it right?
No, it does not make it right. No, sir. I just like to keep a more open
mm-hmm.
mind to things, and
mm-hmm.
I have been, I've lived in a couple of black communities in the city, and so I guess I'm different. I have a different attitude about things, and there's just. Once again, it comes back to the media blowing things.
But John, let me say something.
Yes, sir.
I remember when BET came on. It was a good network. It was a good network. He had news on African American news, black news, thinking
mm-hmm.
about. But all of a sudden, a change came about. They brought in basically, the hip-shaking mamas and everything else, and just there was a change in the whole atmosphere on this particular network. Decency seemed to have evaporated there. And this is what a lot of our children grew up watching. And if you put certain things before them, they're going to emulate that. White people are very protective of their children. They're very protective. They watch they make sure they try to censor what they watch. Many times our people are busy working, sometimes 2 jobs and different things, and some just don't do a good job of keeping up with their children and allow them to go ahead and take in all of this negative mess. I'm not making any excuses for this, because I'm angry because when you fought for years to elevate people and elevate our people, there are those who work so hard to be negative. But I realize where the source of all of this comes from. It still comes from the European that really own everything and censor everything and make sure that we are kept sort of in this closet and made sure that we never escape and never do anything better. All righty? Thank you.
Yes, sir. Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm. All right, 972-647-1893. Let's go to line 3 and say good morning to James. Let's go to, let me get James back on. James, let me get him on. Yeah. Come on, James. You there?
Yes, sir. Good morning. Good morning once again. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, James.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you letting me reiterate on that. What has happened here in Palestine, I noticed, I keep up with Dallas paper, and I noticed that there was a 15-0 vote to put A.C. Gonzalez in there, and a lot of them behind closed doors had concerns for him, even though they voted for him. But down here in Palestine, it's 2 black council people, a black male and a female, and the black male walked out of the city. The black male walked out of the city council meeting in protest of them hiring that woman like that. And the black female arrived a little late, and she made a statement saying, "Well, it wasn't any use in me coming because they had already made up their mind, and they're outgunned down here." And the guy that was helping them, a white city councilman, he's in a nursing home now. He hadn't been to 4 or 5 or 6 council meetings because he's very sick, and somebody's gonna have to replace him. So they don't have any help down there. And the 3 white city council males and the mayor voted along to hire this woman and the attorney. And during the city council meeting, Rev Barnett, this city manager, during the city manager report, asked them to annex up her house rather than into the city limits. And also when they talked about it, the black councilman discussed it, and he was in disagreement. He said it shouldn't be at the taxpayer call. The city attorney chimed in and said it wouldn't be at the taxpayers' cost or anything like that. He said I could do it during normal business hours. I'm saying to myself, let me tell you this. I was at home. I had Mr. Wynn and I usually go to the council meeting, but I was at home watching it on TV, and when I heard that argument going on with this black councilman, I hurried up and went down and I drove down there, and I didn't get to speak because time was up. But anyway, we monitored the rest of the meeting, and what has happened here by this attorney saying that he will work her personal private business just to help her get employed, and they manipulate the charter and make these variances and all. Those are violations of the employment practices and the city charter and all other kind of labor laws and everything. And these people are getting away with that down there, Rev Barnett, right in front of the people's face. And Mr. Wynn and I are about the only 2 guys beside our wives or whoever go down there with us that's challenging these things here. And those 2 black city council people don't have no help down there.
Well,
this is what's going on. Y'all going
to have to organize and get those council people some help by getting more people. Do y'all have single-member districts there, or everybody's elected at large?
It's single now.
Single?
Yes, sir.
What percentage of the population in Palestine is African American?
Oh boy, I can't give you the exact thing, but we probably outgone with what I see. And it looks like it really don't matter because we don't get out and vote. We don't get out and do much.
That's where the key is.
Yes, sir.
To get them some help, you're going to have to get them, get people registered and get people to go to the polls. And that's the only way that
you remember that group we brought up there about this Confederate Park, Rev Barnett Plaza thing? We need to talk about that because that park is here in our city, that Plaza thing. That was a great failure by what happened with the NAACP, and I'm very disappointed with them, and that's a lot of other stuff. But I do plan on trying to get an Attorney General's opinion, and so do these council people that are disappointed with this new city manager. It's a bunch of stuff going on here, but we don't have a lot of help down here. We're doing what we can, but we're never going to give up.
Okay.
And I appreciate you giving us an outlet and keeping the light shining down here in the country for us. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you, James. Thank you so much.
Sir, thank you.
Thank you for your pledge. All right. Thank you. 972-647-1893. 972-647-1893. Let's go. I guess, is that Dana on line 1? Let's go with Dana. All right. Good morning, Dana.
Yes, sir. Good morning, Pastor Barnett.
Fine. How are you?
Pretty good, sir. Pretty good. I guess fair to middling, as my dad would say, fair to middling.
All righty.
Just to have a comment, sir.
Yes, go right ahead.
There was a caller earlier spoke about the exemptions for the persons over 65. Well, just want to say that is true, and it's not just Dallas community colleges. It's pretty much any college that is supported by the county. So if you're over here in California...
Dana, I have from Ben in Burleson, and I'd like to thank Ben, and I'd like to thank you for giving us this information. According to Ben, any Texas community college have free classes for seniors. Wow.
That's right.
Why is that kept so quiet?
Well, now there you go. See, like the person that called earlier, it's misinformation, it's lack of communication. We have to transfer the knowledge. When you made it to the age mark of 65, it is a blessing. And really, I would think the county owes you. So yes, if you choose to get you some more education or increase it, it is free at no cost. And I like for persons over 65 to continue. I'm just the ripe old age of 53. I have an associate's working on my bachelor's. But, people talk about this Alzheimer's disease. If we continue to use these brain cells, and if it's going to cause nothing continue,
keep Alzheimer's away.
Use those brain cells and stay with God, and Alzheimer's may be going to the trash.
It will.
You keep that brain going, learn, and keep increasing and helping our race. And may I say one more thing, Pastor Barnett?
Go right ahead.
They say those that don't learn from history are doomed to repeat it.
That's correct.
Now, we have these slave trading shows coming out, 12 Years a Slave, Django Unchained and all this. So it's opening some person's mind as to how black people were treated in the past. And what I want to say, when I was a younger man, when I was coming up, it was always told about black power. So what I say to the black race is, you see it everywhere. We need to stay together. Stick with ourselves. Stop fighting amongst our races. If we see a brother or a sister, used to be, man, we'd put our hand up in there and turn that fist around. We need to renew that. Now, we know we're all trying to make it happen. And everybody, we're all of one blood. But as a race of people, the black people got to stick together.
That's right.
I know I cringe, and you probably cringe whenever something happens on the news. The first thing I say, oh, Lord, was it black? We don't want to be anybody when this evil comes in the world, but we need to stick together and encourage each other as a race. Okay. Black people, get this knowledge, increase your knowledge, and continue on until you reach that boundary of time that God has set for you. We got to stick together, Pastor Barnett. And I just want to say that. And God bless you. And God bless Knon.
All righty. Thank you. Thank you. And I wish some of y'all would bless me now with some pledges. Y'all call in. Y'all bless me. Bless me. Bless the station. Bless us. 972-647-1893. Bless the station. Bless us with your tax-deductible pledge. We need some blessings this morning. They're running. Jim is writing. But they're all waiting on those phone lines to bless us. Amen. Come on. Call us some blessings in. 972-647-1893. Call us some blessings in. 972-647-1893. All right, let's go to line 2 and say good morning to Wynn. All righty. Good morning, Wynn.
Good morning, Pastor Barnett. This is Isaac Wynn down here in Palestine with James.
Oh, all right, guy. How you doing? You doing all right?
Yes, I'll make you a pledge. I want to pledge you for that $50, whatever it was you had.
Did y'all get Isaac Wynn? Y'all got it? They're going to put you on hold. They'll get it right after you get through speaking.
Okay, let me get through speaking real quick. I'm just going to confirm what James was saying about this government that we have down here. And like the young lady would say about the college.
Right.
Well, really, it doesn't do any good to know it, and then when you go speak on it, you don't have no one to stand behind you to support you in your effort. And that's what we've been battling for the last 3 to 4 years, the inequity of the system against us and the Hispanics, and really against people in general. It's not about color. It's about the system doing what they want to do, and it's putting a burden on all of us.
Well, now, Mr. Wynn, let me encourage you and James, because, man, it gets rough. It gets rough out there, because a lot of times y'all work hard trying to help your people and everything, but they will send sometimes your own people after you. To work against you and talk about you and put you down. They'll use your own people. A lot of times, most of the time, he ain't coming. But he'll send one that looks like you to get after you.
Hey, look, we can't go into their camp because we don't look like them. We have to have somebody like them that looks like them to get into theirs.
Right.
So we understand the battle plan, how you get your information.
Mm-hmm.
So, but we take, you putting out what you've been putting out for 30 years on the air.
Yeah.
Information.
Yeah.
And we know that you have our back, and you just need to just call us, and we'll come up running.
Okay, I'm going to call y'all real soon. I want y'all sometime here in February in Black History Month. I want y'all.
All right, then.
And y'all give me a call on my cell phone. I'll bring you gentlemen up, because you two men, boy, y'all are fighters, and I thank God for your wives for standing behind you in this fight. All right?
Yep.
Okay. Thank you.
Put me with your donation partner now.
Okay, they're going to put you on hold and get your tax-deductible pledge from Mr. Wynn. All righty? 972-647-1893. 972-647-1893. Let's go. Let's go to line 3 and say good morning to Curtis. All righty? All righty? Good morning, Curtis.
Rev Barnett. How are you?
I'm fine. You doing all right?
Oh, I have a peace of mind this morning.
Is this Curtis Wilburn?
Yes, sir.
When you get back to town?
Oh, I've been back a little bit. I'm here.
I thought you were in China. I ain't heard from somewhere where they don't have phones. I hadn't heard from you. So.
Oh, I've been trying to make some things happen out here. I got a quick question for you, Pastor Barnett, but I also have an announcement. I have a gospel night down at the skating rink that's happening this coming Friday. Gospel night. Everybody's asked for it. It's all gospel music, and we're going to put that on for the community coming this Friday from 7 to 9.
That's good. That's good.
None of that gyrating, shaking your booty, but if you do shake your booty, you're shaking it for the Lord. So we're asking everybody to come out from 7 to 9, bring the kids, tell the kids to come on out to a clean, good, fun atmosphere where we're praising God on roller skates.
All righty. Now, this is a skating rink that's owned by the city of Dallas. And you're located there on Ledbetter. What's that address?
That's 2939 East Ledbetter Drive.
Yes, so don't y'all get upset. I'm not giving him a commercial. This is owned by the city of Dallas, and he's an employee of the city of Dallas, and they asked him to run the skating rink. And y'all having a gospel night this Friday night.
That's correct. That's correct.
All right. And you young people who love the gospel, man, I think this is a great idea. Boy, this is a great idea. To give our kids, our church kids, our good kids, our saved kids, somewhere to go and have some fun. Boy,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Right.
Now, Pastor Barnett, I got to ask you real quick, because I know you got to run. I've been thinking for some weeks now, every now and then I do. You've been out there 30-plus years trying to make sure things are happening positive in our community, but, I'm just going to be honest, reality set in. People like yourself, y'all get a little old and feeble, a little somewhat, but y'all still fighting. But
I'm getting a little old. I'm not feeble. Don't. Some fella called me about 3 weeks ago and said, "Yeah, we about the same age. I'm 72. I think we better." No, I ain't that.
Well, we we both of us are kind of getting up there in age. So, but I gotta ask this question.
But I feel good.
I feel pretty good too, Pastor Barnett. But reality is that after a while we gonna have to get out of the way. And so my question is, do you know of, and I'm putting this out to the whole entire community, do you know of any up-and-coming community activists that are willing to not be told, but be willing to take over in our absence? Are we grooming anybody to be able to do that?
You know what? I hear that grooming all the time, and I wonder, is that really a reality? Can you groom somebody for civil rights? I don't know. Maybe you can. We started real young. I started real young. And
absolutely.
Nobody had to groom me. I just did. I don't know.
See, back in the day, we had a real, we didn't have calls now, but I think we're so called.
Hold up, Curtis, let me put you on hold, because we run across our break time. Let me put you on hold, and then we'll come back and take you right after this break. All right. All right, we're back on Church Information and Open Forum. Curtis is holding right now, but we'd like to thank Mr. Michael Muhammad for his great tax-deductible pledge. Again, Reverend Wright, we'd like to thank you, Esquire. We'd like to thank you. We'd like to thank you, Mr. McCraney. We'd like to thank you, Mr. James Smith. And we'd like to thank you, Mr. Ike Steen. And we need more pledges coming in. And again, Total Precision handgun licensing, shooting or whatever. We'd like to thank you for your money that you sent us. Oh, thank you. We got some more coming in. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Mr. Jeremy Wynn. Thank you, sir, for your tax-deductible pledge. Mr. Ben Bolton, thank you, sir, for your tax-deductible pledge. We'd like to thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank you again, because y'all really, and y'all, you don't have to give these gigantic pledges, but boy, y'all give some good ones, and we'd like to thank you. And again, we just can't thank Total Precision handgun licensing shooting class here for their pledge. We'd like to thank them for the money that they support my show with. All righty, 972-647-1893. Let's go back to Curtis and see if he's still there. Make sure Curtis is still there. Curtis, are you still there?
Yes, sir. I'm still here, Pastor.
Oh, okay. I'll go right ahead.
One of the things I just want to just bring up is that, oftentimes when we talk about the new leadership and bringing in, folks that are interested in really passing the torch to, and we're interested in maybe passing the torch to, I hear people say, well, back in the day, just like you said, back in the day we jumped in. And we all did, Pastor Barnett, because I think we all were genuinely poor back in the day. Everybody, the poverty line was already driven. It was already laid, and we all was genuinely poor together. But now we've overcame so much to where a lot of us have forgotten to look at where we came from, to where we don't want to pull the few that are not on the level that we need to be on, or we think they should be on, up to our standards, or up to where they need to be. So I think that's the difference in where you came from and I came from where these kids are now. There's so much wealth out here now to where we're kind of getting clogged up in a lot of this fanfare, and we forget that there's a lot of our brothers and sisters that still need us.
Mm-hmm. Well, and you're right, Curtis. Our children didn't grow up the way we grew up. We, my wife and I, was able to provide for our kids and give them everything that they needed, and a lot of what they wanted. But I've taught mine to really be involved and be cognizant of what's going on. See, we might have all grown up poor, but some of us just didn't pass on our life legacy like we should have. We failed. We failed to tell our children about the struggles and the struggles that they're going to face in life and the struggles that they will always be there, and teach them to pass it on to their children. We haven't done that. We did a terrible job about that. And so that's one of the problems, is passing on the legacy. When you were poor, it didn't have to be passed on. It was facing you every day. But if you've risen above economically than your situation as you were as a child, then you should teach them about your childhood and what you had to face and what your parents and grandparents on back in the history had to face.
That is correct, Pastor Barnett. Thank you so much for all that you do and continue to teach.
All right, thank you. 972-647-1893. 972-647-1893. We'd like to thank again Mr. Ben Bolton and Mr. Jeremy Wynn. We got these people are really supporting our show, and we need your tax-deductible pledge coming in. 972-647-1893. Let's go to line 2 and say good morning to Dr. Everett. All righty. Dr. Everett, you there?
Yeah, Rev Barnett, how you doing?
Fine. How are you?
I'm doing good.
Is this Dr. Edwards?
Yeah.
They got Dr. Everett. I was wondering, was that shit? All right. What's going on, Doc? You doing all right?
Doing fine. I want to pledge you $100 to the, but I'm going to put it on my credit card. I'm going to start monthly doing it because it's better for me that way.
Look, and tell your sister I lost her number, and and my phone got wet.
Oh, okay.
Man, and I got some stuff off in there, and finally somebody told me to bury it in some rice. To try my phone out, and it took 2 or 3 days for that thing to dry out, and I couldn't get no calls, no nothing. And
okay.
Yeah, I was shaving and dropped it into the sink. Wow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, Curtis said you were getting a little older, Reverend. I don't know why.
Well, I guess I've been old all my life. I've always dropped stuff and things like that.
Well, I appreciate what you do, and it's not a lot of people that will take the stance that you took, and I do appreciate it. But I call in today. I'm going to make a pledge of $100, but I'm going to sort of put it on my credit card.
Doc, we're going to put you on hold. Y'all get his pledge when he gets through talking. I'll get his pledge. Yeah. Well,
Rev Barnett, as you well know, Congresswoman Johnson has been fighting with these 17 years with Blue Cross and Blue Shield.
Mm-hmm.
We had a chance to make history, and we have this judge Carlos Cortez who is rerunning again to. Well, we need to make sure that he doesn't get reelected to the bench. He's not worthy. When these guys take these offices, they need to, if it's an oath, associated with it, just like it did in medicine, we need to make sure that these people stand up on their oath and don't buddy system everything. Everything can't be buddy system. You take an oath, you ought to stand forth behind that oath.
All right.
Carlos Cortez, Judge Carlos Cortez.
Now, is this the guy that took the money from who is it, Blue Cross Blue Shield? The day of your hearing.
Yeah, the day of the hearing, and turned the hearing around, and it was a chance to make history because no other doctor or provider has ever been able to get as far as I got, and it would have been the first time in American history that a provider has been successful in getting a court date and a trial by jury against these healthcare regulators. So I'm working on it, and I'll be telling you, letting you know about the trip to Washington here in the next couple of weeks or so.
Okay, and, please let me know.
Yeah, but let's see. But put that name out there, Carlos Cortez.
All righty.
Make sure that because he'll take money under the table and he'll do anything for $1. And we don't need judges like that on our bench.
All righty. Thank you. Thank you, Doc.
Okay.
All right. Yes, that was Dr. Edwards. That was him saying that. Not me. But I guess he is familiar with this particular judge. All righty. 972-647-1893. 972-647-1893. Again, Mr. Vaughn Wallace. Mr. Vaughn Wallace. All righty. Thank you, sir, for your tax-deductible pledge. Thank you, sir. 972-647-1893. And I was thinking about Dr. Edwards. Here's a man that has worked hard and would do things in our community that I know of no other physician was doing. He was making house calls. He'd go to your house. People didn't even have money to pay this man. He would go and see them and treat them. Give them the first-class care. And he would make sure that you were treated. And these insurance companies failed to pay him what he was done. He was done very, very wrong. He was done very wrong. And this community, not only Congresswoman Johnson, but many of you are standing behind Dr. Travis Edwards. Everybody, we all need to stand behind him. All righty. 972-647-1893. And I tell you what, y'all get your pen and paper out. Get your pen and paper out. It's time for the Knon job line with, oh, God, he's coming on. Come on with our job line. All right, bring the job line on. Yeah, bring him on, okay? Good morning.
Good morning, Rev Barnett.
How are you this morning?
I'm doing fine. My condolences to you and your family on the loss of your brother. Know that you are in our prayers.
Well, we thank you. We thank you so much. We thank you so much for what you've done over the years with this job line, man. You've done a tremendous job. You research, and you go ahead and you do everything you possibly can to make sure that the listeners who are unemployed or want better employment, seeking better employment, have an opportunity. So, Greg, this is Mr. Greg Barber. Greg, go ahead, and are there any jobs out there?
There are some jobs out here this morning on the SAT Job Line. That Solutions in Action Today Job Line, brought to you every Saturday morning during church information and open forum here on Knon 89.3, the voice of the people. This morning on the job line, we have AC Supply Company is looking for a warehouse driver. They're asking you to apply Monday through to email your resume to info at ACSupply.com. Once again, that email address to email your resume is to info, I-N-F-O, at ACSupply.com. Westco International is looking for warehouse associates. They're asking you to apply online at www.hrconnect.westco.com. Once again, that web address is www.hrconnect.westco.com. Inner Ceramic Marble Collection is looking for warehouse and local delivery. They're asking you to apply in person at IMC Dallas at 11210 Zodiac Lane, Dallas, Texas, 75229. Once again, Inner Ceramic Marble Collection is looking for warehouse personnel and local delivery. They're asking you to apply in person at IMC Dallas at 11210 Zodiac Lane, Dallas, Texas, 75229. English Color and Supply is looking for warehouse workers. They're asking you to apply online at www.englishcolor.com. Once again, that's English Color and Supply is looking for warehouse workers. They're asking you to apply online at www.englishcolor.com. Dramatize Enterprise look for a warehouse worker. They're asking you to submit your resumes and salary hourly expectations to resumes at Dymatize, that's DYMATIVE.com. Once again, Dymatize Enterprises look for warehouse workers. They're asking you to submit your resume and hourly salary expectations to resumes, RESUMES, at the at symbol Dymatize, DYMATIVE.com. Niagara Bottling is looking for production personnel. They're asking you to apply at www.careers with an S Niagara Water, NIAGARA water.ICIMS.com. Once again, Niagara Bottling is looking for production personnel. They're asking you to apply online at www.careers-niagarawater.ICIMS.com. If you are a child-loving, patient, energetic individual and would like to work in a daycare setting, the number for inquiry is 972-290-4995. Once again, if you are a child-loving, patient, and energetic individual and would like to work in a daycare setting, the number for inquiry is 972-290-4995. If you are a person affected by addiction and need assistance with your recovery effort, or an ex-offender trying to make the transition back into mainstream society and need assistance with job search, the number for inquiry is 214-634-2722. Once again, if you are a person affected by addiction and need assistance with your recovery efforts, or an ex-offender trying to make the transition back into mainstream society and need assistance with job search, the number for inquiry is 214-634-2722. Today is a good day if you're looking for a job to find one. Let me repeat that. Today is a good day if you're looking for a job to find one. Today is also a great day to make a pledge to church information and open forum and follow through with it. Today is also a great day to make a pledge to church information and open forum and follow through with. The late great Bob Marley said, "Get up, stand up for your right. Get up, stand up. Don't give up the fight." And also, get registered to vote. The last day to register for the primary election is Monday, February the 3rd. In order to vote in the March primary, you must be registered to vote by Monday, February the 3rd. And with that, we bring our SAT job line to a close.
Thank you, Greg. Thank you, as always. And I'd like to apologize. You didn't get a chance to get your job line in last week, I was told, but I'd like to apologize to you and all of the listeners. We know it was just an honest mistake. It was just an honest mistake. So we thank you, all right?
You are.
Oh, okay, then. All right. Tell you what, we are just about out. We got another minute. Come around and tell us how many did you get off today. We're gonna keep a count. We're gonna keep a count on how many you knocked off. He gonna get down in about 2 weeks. He's gonna get all y'all in. You have any fun in it this morning?
Yes, yeah. I have. I've had a lot of fun. It's been a long time since I've done this.
Yeah, well.
And I believe I got 2 down under my belt.
I have a great audience. I have a very good, understanding audience, and these are very good people that listen to this show. I feel like I got the best audience there is anywhere on planet Earth. And I'm not just saying it because our people are loyal. They do things, and they work in the community. We got people, again, Ms. Brenda Fields, we like to say, God bless you in your hour of sorrow. But then again, you say it's going to be a joyous occasion because you know where your mother went. So, and also others who have lost loved ones, we'd like to say, God bless you. And we thank Liv for producing, and y'all doing everything great. And the greatest audience, we have some great workers around here. So the Lord bless you all. Let's keep you. We got to get out there and got to run. And y'all have a wonderful, wonderful week. Bye-bye.
KNON 89.3 FM in Dallas and Fort Worth, the voice of the people.
Business owners, tell KNON's listeners about your business. You can put your business or event on KNON. KNON currently has space available to run announcements for you. Tell KNON's listeners about your goods, services, nightclub, concert, or event. Help keep the voice of the people on the air while putting your information on the air. KNON's been named the #1 radio station in Dallas by both the Dallas Observer and D Magazine. Put your business with Dallas's #1 station. Call now for more information at 214-828-9500, extension 227, or extension 233. For more information, go to KNON.org and click on the Run Spots on KNON page. It's a great way for your business to support community radio while letting more people know about you.